if you had to pick something, what would be that area of interest or specific type of business or job or thing that you would do that makes your heart warm on the inside, and you knew that it for sure would bring you, I'm just going to say, instead of like if everyone made $10 an hour, you knew that you made $1 million a year because you did that particular thing, what would it be? And not based on it currently in your mind making you $1 million, but that's what your heart most is drawn to, so we can look at how to make it the thing that brings you your $1 million. What would it be?
Well, I like to say, and prayed on it. Yeah, but I know photography is like what drives me, and I do like just capturing, being a part of like people's memories. Because when I think back on like how many maternity, or even one of my clients, I went to the hospital and took the pictures of the baby when she was first actually even born, like, and that's kind of like a connection and a lifelong type, like connection that I have with them. And the majority of my clients like, oh, you're family, and because it's just my spirit and just who I am. But that kind of just has me in a quote unquote warm and fuzzy place inside, and I'm compensated for my time and my talents. Although, like when I was saying last week, I don't necessarily see that as, I don't necessarily see that as something I can have others do in order to continue, not continue, but in order that I can get paid off of teaching someone else that skill set, because I don't think that would make me warm and fuzzy inside. If I even had, okay, this is the blueprint. You work for me, you're under my company, go out and deliver these people these products. That wouldn't like fulfill me. It would fulfill, the mandatory bills, but unless I'm actually the one doing it, that won't give me that same payoff. So that's basically where I'm at. And, you don't think about those things until they come at hand right now, and you actually sit down and think about it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. If I want to do that and it makes me warm and fuzzy inside, I'm the one who have to go out and actually do that, give my clients that experience. So I might have to either tailor it some other type of way, or I still can package a product, create the brand and the experience, but I still would have to have a hands-on. In order for me to be fulfilled, I need to have a hand-on with my clients as well, if that makes sense. Because that's the part of it, like you just said, what makes you warm and fuzzy and feels like I have a sense of accomplishment, and I actually created the image. I created that bond and that tie, and like for champagne parties, anything, like the person will remember, even if they don't remember my name. I remember that guy who took my, mm-hmm. And I enjoyed that experience, and I still 10 years, 20 years later, you see your picture before the prom, or oh, I remember. I don't really remember his name, but I remember his attitude. I remember, and that's just kind of like I was saying, as far as that's what makes me feel warm inside and gives me that connection and that passion. So I'll have to get over that, because
you have to get over it. I think you can keep it. You can keep it. You can hold on to it, and as you want to, you even have the space or capacity to still do that. But imagine what it would be like to know that you help someone else create their own way of creating experiences for someone. Yes, they use your blueprint. If they're working for you, they use your blueprint of how you do it and how you go about it. But you are actually helping other people find that sweet spot for themselves on how they can offer their experience. But you were their mentor. You were the person that help them find their space and their shift and how they effectively connect with other people to bring those same intimate moments, to have that warm and fuzzy that you have, you're now imparting to someone else how they can create that for themselves and start to duplicate that process for themselves.